Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be going to discuss is about the mechanism of absorption of elements. So let's start with the first slide of introduction. So let's start with the introduction. The mechanism of absorption of elements in plants have revealed two main phases of absorption. So what are the phases? The first phase is known as the passive process and the second one is known as the active process. So the first phase, that is the passive phase, it involves a rapid uptake of ions from the soil or atmosphere to the outer or free space of the cells called the apoplast. So that is known as the apoplast. Now the second phase, it is a slow movement of the ions from the outer space to the inner space, and that is called as the symplast. So these are the two main phases of absorption. So we will be discussing the apoplast and symplast in detail. So what is a apoplastic movement? This is a pathway that involves the diffusion and bulk flow of water through the intercellular spaces, cells and the walls of the cells. So this is known as the apoplastic movement. It is always extended from the root hairs or other epidermal cells to the endodermis, where the waterproof band of suberin on the radical wall forces the substances to enter the endodermal cells across their plasma membrane. So this is what is known as the apoplastic movement. Suberin acts as a barrier to water and solute movement. So suberin acts as a barrier. Now the endodermis, the innermost layer of in the root cortex, this surrounds the stele. And the apoplastic pathway is responsible for the transport of water from the epidermis to a trachy element of the root. So this is known as the apoplastic pathway or apoplastic movement. The next we will talk about is symplastic pathway. So what is a symplastic pathway? It is a system of interconnected protoplasts. So there is a interconnection of protoplast which is there, and the cytoplasm of the neighboring cells are connected through the plasmodesmata. So there are plasmodesmata that are connected to the neighboring cells in the cytoplasm, and the water travels through the cells and occurs through the root hair cells to the endodermis and across it all the way to the dead xylem vessel cells. Now when the water enters to the outermost cells through the cell membrane and then moves from cell to cell through plasmodesmata, this is a symplastic movement and it is relatively slower and may aid by the cytoplasmic streaming. So this was all about the apoplastic and symplastic movement. Now this topic is about the mechanism of absorption of the various elements. So we will also discuss that how the water is being absorbed by the roots. So there are very root hair extensions of the epidermis that serves to increase the surface area, and they aid in the absorption of water in the soil nutrients. So there is the absorption of water by the roots, and it is a passive pressure driven process. So the actual movement through a cell membrane is the result of two processes, diffusion and the bulk flow. So these are the two processes. The size of the water molecules permit it to pass through the bilayer of the plasma membrane, and this would largely be a diffusion because of the movement subject to which is due to the Fick's law. Now what is the translocation of the mineral ions, how the mineral ions are being translocated in case of the plants. So the minerals are remobilized from the older dying plants to the younger plants, and this phenomenon can be seen in deciduous plants. So elements like phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen and potassium, they are easily mobilized, while the elements like calcium, they are not remobilized in case of the plant. So there is small amount of material which is exchanged between the xylem and the phloem tissues. So in case of xylem sap, there is a nitrogen which travels as an inorganic ion as well as organic form of amino acids and related compounds. So there are small amounts of P and S that are passed in the xylem as organic compounds. So there is also an exchange of material between the xylem and the phloem. Therefore, mineral elements they pass up xylem in both inorganic and organic form. So they reach the area of their sink, namely young leaves, developing flowers, fruits and seeds, apical and lateral meristems and individual cells for the storage. So minerals they are unloaded at fine veins ending through the diffusion, and they are picked up by the cells through the active uptake. And there is a remobilization of minerals from the older senescing parts like nickel. They have prominent role in their activity. So the senescing leaves they send out many minerals like nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus and potassium, and these elements are incorporated in structural components and however not remobilized just like the calcium. So the remobilized minerals become available to the young growing leaves and other things, that is the root. So this was all about the mechanism of absorption of various elements or various ions in case of the plant. So these are all the references. Thank you.